There was once an old farmer who had given his entire life to the soil beneath his feet. Decades of hard work had passed, and his hands bore the calluses of a life well lived. But time, as it always does, caught up with him. He grew too frail to work the fields he once loved, and so he spent his days sitting on the porch, quietly watching the world he had built. His son, strong and full of energy, toiled day after day in the fields. But as he glanced at his father, just sitting there, a seed of frustration began to grow in his heart. He does nothing now, the son thought bitterly. What use is he anymore? The son's frustration festered, until one day, it overcame him. He decided it was time to act. He built a wooden coffin and, dragging it to the porch, looked his father in the eye. "Get in," he said coldly. Without protest, the father stepped inside. He lay there, peaceful and silent, as his son closed the lid. Dragging the coffin across the farm, the son made his way to the edge of a high cliff. His heart was filled with frustration, but as he neared the edge, he suddenly heard a faint tapping from inside. He stopped, opened the lid, and looked down at his father, who was still lying there peacefully. With a gentle voice, the father said, "I know you are going to throw me off the cliff. But before you do, may I offer you some advice?" "What is it?" the son asked, startled. The father smiled. "Throw me over the cliff, if you must. But save this wooden coffin, your children might need to use it someday." In that moment, the son was struck by the weight of his father's words. He realized how blind he had been, how his own actions, fueled by anger, were setting an example for the future, a future where he, too, would grow old. The father's wisdom planted a seed of humility and compassion in his heart. And from that day on, the son never saw his father as a burden again, but as a reminder of the journey they all shared. This story teaches us that life is a cycle. The care we give today will return to us tomorrow. Before we act in frustration, we must pause and ask ourselves, what legacy are we leaving behind? Are we building bridges of love or breaking them with anger? Remember, kindness is not just for others. It is a gift we give to ourselves and to the future. Treat others the way you hope to be treated, for one day, the roles may be reversed. Life is a circle. What you give is what you will receive. Choose kindness.